when you look at the skyline of a major city today, like all that steel and glass, those towering corporate headquarters, there's just this illusion of permanence, like it's just too big to fail.
Right. Yeah, it feels completely eternal. I mean, we just assume whoever built all that is basically invincible.
Exactly. But history actually tells a really different story. So welcome to today's deep dive. I'm your host, and we are jumping right into a pretty fascinating devotional text today.
And I'm here to help analyze the context. We're looking at what's called a 7-step QT note, which is basically a structured quiet time guide, meant for daily prayer and reflection.
Right, and this specific one focuses on the ancient text of Ezekiel 29. So, okay, let's unpack this, because what's wild here is how this source contrasts the usual secular reasons for why empires collapse with a purely theological one.
It is a really profound contrast,
right?
Because to really grasp the gravity of a civilization's collapse, the source starts us at the absolute peak of human achievement, which is the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Oh, wow, yeah. We are talking about roughly 2.3 million massive stone blocks, right?
Yeah, moved and stacked entirely by hand. I mean, it's the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
And the only one still substantially standing today, which is crazy.
Exactly.
So, if you think of ancient Egypt as this untouchable, invincible, modern mega corporation, they have a total monopoly on technology, culture, and wealth. How does a superpower capable of that kind of engineering just, fade away?
Right. Well, a secular historian will give you a list of very pragmatic reasons for that.
Like what?
They'll point to climate change affecting the crops, or economic crises, maybe political division or foreign invasion.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But our source text offers a completely different lens. It argues that beneath all those historical dominoes falling, there is a distinct theological cause, which is divine sovereignty stepping in to check human pride.
Which brings us to the actual why outlined in the scripture, because the text from Ezekiel gets incredibly vivid right here.
It really does.
Yeah. The Pharaoh is quoted boasting, "My Nile is my own. I made it for myself."
I mean, the ego there is just staggering. And the response to that ego is equally staggering, honestly.
Yeah.
Because he claims ownership over a river that was literally given to him, God actually refers to Pharaoh as a great dragon lying in his streams.
A great dragon. That's intense.
It is. And the text says God will put hooks in this dragon's jaws, pull him out, and basically lead Egypt completely desolate for 40 years.
Wow.
And when the Egyptians finally return, they are permanently reduced to a lowly kingdom. They're explicitly told they will never rule over other nations again.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, but also I'm a little tripped up by this part.
Oh.
Yeah, because the text mentions Egypt was a staff of reed to the house of Israel. But wait, if Egypt is this arrogant dragon being punished, why is Israel getting dragged into this? I mean, weren't they just looking for a political ally?
Right. It does seem a bit harsh to punish the people who were just leaning on the empire. Well, what's fascinating here is how that dynamic actually works.
Mm-hmm.
The punishment on Israel isn't just arbitrary.
Okay.
It's the natural consequence of the object they chose to trust. Think about a reed, right?
Like a tall grass or something.
Yeah. It looks like a sturdy walking stick from the outside, but it's completely hollow inside.
Oh, I see.
So when Israel leaned their weight on Egypt for military support, the reed didn't just fail. It splintered and actually tore their shoulders.
Ouch. So it's this visceral image of misplaced trust. Like you lean on something fragile disguised as something strong, and the collapse physically wounds you.
Exactly. The text is showing the profound danger of placing your ultimate trust in human power, because that power is inherently hollow.
So if ancient Israel got wounded by leaning on Egypt, what does that psychological trap look like for us today? Because obviously you and I aren't drafting political treaties with ancient pharaohs.
Right, thankfully not.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener, I mean?
Well, human psychology hasn't changed at all. The devotional challenges the reader to examine their own life and identify their personal pharaohs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, are you trusting a brilliant corporate executive or a strong father figure, maybe a charismatic politician, more than a higher power?
Or even our own bank accounts, right? Or our resumes. Like we start looking at our savings and saying, my Nile is my own. I made it for myself.
Yeah, exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the core thesis of this text is that No human power lasts forever.
Yeah.
Even the strongest family, company, or nation can be brought to its absolute lowest point if it's built entirely on human ego.
So it's basically a call to humbly acknowledge a higher sovereignty, just realizing that human power is fleeting. Like what looks incredibly strong can actually be incredibly fragile.
It really changes how you view strengths entirely. It's not about the monumental structures you can build, it's about the reality of your foundation.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So we'll leave you with this to ponder. If a civilization that moved 2.3 million stones by hand could be reduced to a lowly kingdom, what modern, seemingly invincible institutions are you leaning on for security today that might just be a splintering reed?